all Geminis. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So there's some sort of commitment or marriage or higher level advice being given to you regarding love this month. Or higher level, like intellectual discussions, conversations about it, maybe with a person, maybe with an expert or, a parent. Okay, where are you coming from? You're coming from the Hermit reversed. So you're coming from a place where you weren't in solitude and you're very present in a relationship or very aware of where you were in your love life or where you were with your partner. You were in this very present space in the past. Currently, your primary card for the month of September is the Lover's card. So this present aspect to your love life caused you to reconsider or think things through a little clearer, and you got some sort of insight. Maybe that this person is a great lover and maybe there's great chemistry and great conversation, but how would they actually be as a lifelong companion? Is that what these discussions were about? Maybe it's the type of person that maybe you want a leadership role, in your relationship, and maybe they weren't. I don't know. You're kind of okay. So there's that, and then maybe also they were like this great person that would be such an awesome partner, but maybe you just weren't feeling that chemistry with them. You don't have to feel chemistry. You can have a wonderful relationship without chemistry, but there's got to be something. Right? There's got to be something there besides great conversation and a clean household and money. There's got to be something there. So that's part of this. You were very present and you realized something. And then we also had the King of Wands underneath the Hierophant. We also have the Queen of Wands here. So there's this aspect of owning oneself this month in love, owning oneself. Which you do anyway, Gemini. But it's going to be strong this month. And you're going to have this kind of retrospective look at your love life in a very yes-no manner. And a list factor of this is what I really want out of a partner. This is what I need out of a partner. And they have to be accepting of me. And I have to be what they really want and need out of a partner. Otherwise, we ain't going anywhere. So there's a very slow aspect to moving forward. Maybe because you're still cautiously, I'm not saying these guys are out, but you still have a lot to learn about them and who they are. This could be a newer relationship. So you're still kind of on the lookout. How are they? Who are they? Who do they surround themselves with? How are they in conversations with different types of people? Do they really try to learn something? Or are they just kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Or do they just kind of blow smoke so they sound smart? So you're taking a very slow approach to this person. You're analyzing it, but you're being very present. You're not assuming anything. You're not retreating and contemplating anything. You're there because you want to find out. So you're kicking some stuff around. Ideas, conversations with people that know, all right, about love, about long-term partnerships. Okay, you're looking kind of to experts for advice. And then we see in the near future, we have a lot of pentacles here. Are you dealing with an earth sign? In the very near future, we have this slowdown of communication. Okay? Slowdown of communication. Maybe because you're realizing that your previous interpretation of who they were may have been a little off. And you're pretty intuitive. You're actually very intuitive, Gemini. So you read people very well. So I don't really think that might be the case. But there's a slowdown of something. And but the reason why I'm a little confused and why I'm saying that is because we have the King of Pentacles here. So you now very much view them and your relationship as something that can be very successful and can be full of stability. And they are viewing you as somebody that is clear. Cutthroat maybe, but clear, intelligent. They're seeing a new beginning with you. You're seeing stability with them. So slow movement, why the slow communication? Hopes and fears, 7 of Cups. You're kind of fearing and you're kind of watching your back. You don't get taken advantage of, Geminis, really. So you're kind of just watching your back. Are they trustworthy? What, again, still, what are they about? Who are they really? But I think you like what you see because we have this Ace of Pentacles here. There's a very stable new beginning that has a long future ahead of it. So this is what I'm not understanding so much, but maybe it's a shock to the system that, whoa, I may have just found a keeper. Let's see what they do if I'm so present and then I'm not. Let's see what they do. Let's see how they react. This is all part of seeing how they are. Maybe you're testing their confidence. And I think you like what you see. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? Things are working in your favor. Things are working in your favor. Okay. The center of the deck is the Justice card, the Major Arcana. So, just looking right at the sun. You want things to be illuminated. You want the future to be illuminated. You want to know about this person, about your love life. Where is it going? All right? They see a very promising new beginning. We saw that with the Ace of Swords. There's clarity there. You offer them clarity. They know they know where they stand in the relationship, even though you don't know where you stand in the relationship just yet. They know where they stand, which is tricky because Gemini, unless we're dealing with like a high level thinking Pisces, how does somebody know something before you? Intuitively speaking. Okay. 2 of Cups, the Devil, Queen of Swords. Remember we saw that Page of Pentacles reversed? Are you cutting off communication? Because maybe this is really intense and you're realizing it. And maybe you like it, but it's a little scary. So maybe is it too good to be true? Maybe are they going to show this side of them? Are you afraid there's an unhealthy attachment to them on your side? I don't think that you would feel that way, Gemini, but possibly. Because but also here with this Queen of Swords, not so much pulling emotion away, but stepping away so you can be a little bit more strategic or feel good about the actions you're making, not just being reactionary, which you rarely are. Okay, you're like stepping away so you can think through it. Because there's a lot here. This is heavy and intense and awesome. All right, the best, actually. But you're wanting to be strategic. You don't want to end up feeling like this fool because, oh, by the way, they were shady and you didn't know. You want clarity, you want illumination, and you want this to be a fair and just and balanced love. Ace of Swords again here. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment card. 8 of Pentacles. You know there's always more work to do. But you're maintaining, I love this lamb here because it represents so much. It represents innocence, but it also represents sacrifice. In the work that we do to get what we want. Letting passion drive us, letting passion give us the energy. That's where the sacrifice comes in. Working, but with this innocent view of that it will work out. Like this naivete that it will just work out if we just work hard enough. And you know what? A lot of times it does. So kind of letting that guide us, letting that innocence guide us, and letting that innocence take hold and allow us to be sacrificing for love. Belief in it. 4 of Discs. Yeah, back to that Page of Pentacles reversed and this Queen of Swords. You're going to be pulling back a little bit, but it might be out of some sort of like, you want to see what they do. You want to see what they do and you don't do what's expected. Okay. Seven of Cups. Options. Verifying their insecurity on some level. Okay. How are they going to react? How they react to that is very telling of their personality. And you know that. So you're going to want to keep communication very slow through this process because you're wanting to see what they're about. And Four of Discs, Four of Pentacles. Withholding. There's always more treasure to be found. But just because you may know where it is doesn't mean you have to show it. And I'm talking about this household here. This warmth that's built high up on the mountain so nobody sees. Under the stars. In the trees. It's hidden, but it's a whole world in and of itself. But unless invited up, you may not see. So, withholding a little bit until, worthy of being invited in. Testing, seeing